My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people make tens. I'm just trying to make you some money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate, to teach you, get through these tough days like today, okay? That's what we got to do. So, call me or tweet me. I don't care. But today we had a monthly call for the CNBC Investing Club in the middle of this stock market, in the middle of it. I sensed a positive move. I wanted to get excited. But you know what I had to do? I had to hold my breath. Because when this market's getting a head of steam going, you know what you can bet on? The president will post something rancorous, dispiriting, and confusing. And the market will immediately get put through the meat grinder. Wouldn't you know it? That's precisely what happened. And it set off a firestorm of selling that burned through the rest of the session. Dow ultimately tumbling 537 points. S&P plunging 1.39%. NASDAQ plummeting 1.96%. And you know what? It can all be traced to a gratuitous message on his social media platform that said that April 2nd tariffs are going to go on. Not that anyone thought they wouldn't. Now, if you didn't know any better, you'd think that the president saw the market starting to make a comeback, decided to nip it in the bud. This really is the Walmart White House. They never stop trying to give us everyday lower prices, except it's our 401ks and our IRAs that are going lower. What I think President Trump doesn't understand right now is just how easy it is to send this market down. It's become ridiculously fragile over the trade issue. And there's always something that goes wrong, especially when you have a president who regularly gives us new negatives because he's mad as hell, he can't take it anymore. I sit here and wonder why the president does it. I dispute what some tell me, which is that he wants the market to go down quickly rather than more slowly, more measured. But the quick and noisy retribution to the action of our thoughtless trade associates takes us by surprise, and the uncertainty is crushing us. How else can he suddenly and explosively post that he's going to put on 200% tariffs on all wine and champagne and alcohol products coming out of France and other areas of Europe? And that's in all caps. Sure, it'd be better for Napa and for our sparkling wines. If you slap a 200% tariff on real champagne, they're going to triple the shelf price. Did the White House know that? I'm not sure. Funny thing. Beneath my gnarly vinyl exterior, underneath all the dollar signs that surround my vital organs, is an actual positive spirit. So I got an idea to counteract my negativity, not yours. I say we do something. I say we take a look and think about what would happen if President Trump were positive, a positive person with a positive attitude. What if he put his sense of humor to work in a constructive way to remind us that it's not all pain?
The House of Pain.
What would he be posting? And it would all be realistic. It'd all be good. What would he be posting? Let's change the dialogue. Let's make it so it's got the added advantage of being true, but it's got a different tone to it. And you know what? On this given day, this miserable day, where you lost a lot of money, I can tell you that President Trump, hate him or love him, would post something like this. First post. Hey, don't be glum, chum. Dollar General just put up some good numbers. A lot of stores. Inflation fighter. I think DG's back and bigger than ever. And it's ignited Dollar Tree, too. You ought to take a look at both these. If they could actually keep prices down and make portions bigger, they could give Walmart a run for the money. Maybe it's a buy, buy, buy. There, see? Nice and positive. All right, so come on, a little hyperbolic and a little facetious, but you get what I mean. How about this one? Quote, the last guys who were doing my job gave this intel a lot of money, and boy, was I angry. I'm still steamed about it, but I see they picked this guy, Lip Wu Tan, as CEO. I'm hearing he's dynamite. Intel's a national treasure. This could be great news. Caps. Then how about something positive about the worst performing stock in the market? So many sellers at Adobe today. I got a tutorial on this Firefly that does their AI, and I think it's super. You can do anything with it. Why are people giving up on Shantanu? He's allowed more people to be creative than anyone on earth. Maybe we just have to look at it differently. Might want to do something like this. How about that Southwest Air? I was getting worried about that team, but it'll come back. Who knew charging for bags would make such a difference? And then a simple one. I hear NVIDIA's got this Woodstock of AI. I can't wait to hear that Jensen keynote. He's a cool guy. I hear he's a good cook, too. Renaissance man. Final stock. They are shelling Mark Zuckerberg today. I think Meta's beating the Chinese, crushing them at their own game, GTS, which means good to see. All right, now, he's not going to post about individual stocks. But you get my drift, right? I mean, look, he could post something like this, and this would be, I think, something that would have been very reasonable. What the heck's wrong with the stock market? Didn't you see that CPI yesterday? How about that PPI today? These are amazing numbers. We have growth without inflation. Or how about this one? I hear that people are cutting back. They are scared and they're worried. I have to get these tariffs home because we are being abused by everyone. Just turn to my webpage. You can see all the tariffs that they're forcing us to pay. If you have a better way to get these trade barriers down, tell our team. We'll refine it and put your name on it. As it is, I'm surprised Trump doesn't post. This is the first 10% correction in 2 years. Told you there'd be a lot of pain. What a terrible streak for Apple. They're killing that one. Doesn't seem right. Long term, we all use their phones. Look, I'm not trying to get some Pollyanna thing going. I don't want to sugarcoat it. The stock market's bad. 10% correction, first one in a while, trillions lost. But if the White House only talks about the bad and not the good that is business, not the good that business does for our country, not the good that we should be proud of, then it's a distortion on his part. That's right. That's wrong. In the end, the president's no pain, no gain attitude simply is not working. Periodically, we're going to have some down markets, sell-offs, corrections, bear markets. They're fine because maybe sometimes they're deserved. We're going to see some stocks sink, even favorites like Apple, because they might have trouble making the quarter. I'm not saying that Trump has to link his performance to the stock market at all. That's a mistake. I am saying that he could afford to be a little more constructive. Constructive is good. Notice I didn't say positive. I said constructive. Something uplifting that has the added advantage of being true is great. He's going to create his own spiral down otherwise. Now, if he's doing the tariffs to help solve the budget deficit, I don't know. How about some more reasons? Because that may not happen. If he's doing it to get companies to do more manufacturing in America, then he needs to explain that it is going to take years for this to play out. And in the interim, we got some good things happening here, too. There are plenty of ways to be negative. There are fewer ways to be positive. I want to accentuate the positive because when you're the president of the United States, you can create a negative mood that actually hurts the entire country, even if it's not intentional. Call it the Jimmy Carter syndrome for those of us who are old enough to know. Is it ridiculous to note the comeback in CVS? I don't know. Is it silly to congratulate Costco from strong same-store sales number? Maybe too granular. What matters, though, is that both the president and the Treasury Secretary seem hell-bent on making us feel bad, on saying that the tariffs will cause real pain. And people don't understand what that means. They don't even know what a tariff is a lot of times. It is hard to understand. It's not necessary to do this. Nor will they highlight anything good that's going on here. It makes people feel like everything's terrible, which isn't true. The White House can't control the entire economy, but they can control the message. Maybe they shouldn't celebrate firing people or brandish a chainsaw like Elon Musk did. Instead, they should quietly go about getting other countries to do better trading partners, be more honest with us, be less punitive to us, and lay off people without fanfare, even if you think they shouldn't be laying them off at all. So here's the bottom line. Every day there is something to celebrate in the business world because the business world is fantastic. We'd be in much better shape if the administration would highlight that. Believe me, the bad doesn't need your help. It'll get the word out all by itself. Paul in Massachusetts. Paul.
Hey, Jim. Hope you're staying strong through these tough times. I know you've been through a lot worse times
I'm
than this.
trying to be constructive and trying to help others. I got powerful forces against me that shouldn't be. How can I help you?
So I've been watching the stock for a little over a year now, and it's really just done nothing but go down the past year. But I was wondering if at these prices that it's at, if you think it's a good time to jump in. That stock is Cleveland Cliffs.
All right, I know Cleveland Cliffs very well, and I know Lorenzo Gonsalves very well, the CEO, and I think they're doing a good job, but they don't have the balance sheet that I like for an individual investor, and that's you should be owning Nucor. No slight against Cleveland Cliffs. It's got a little too much risk because of that balance sheet, $7 billion in debt. Go with Nucor, cleaner balance sheet. Bob in New York. Bob.
Hey, Jim. How are you doing today?
I'm struggling like everybody else, but I'm trying. How about you?
Same here, brother.
That's all we can do.
Jim, a while back you indicated that this company was well-run and worth owning. I did my research, took a position in it, unfortunately at a much higher price. My question is, should I add to my position or should I liquidate it? The company is Brookfield, symbol BN.
No, that's a very, very well-run company. I'm not concerned about them. They have good. They are in what I call, until just a few months ago, they were in every single space you want to be. I think you still want to be there. The stock has come down hard, like many. I could trace out 10 stocks in my brain right now that look exactly like that, and they have the same balance sheet and the same earnings. Don't fret it. Long term. Denzel in California. Denzel.
Jimbo. Denzel from California here. First-time caller, will not be my last. quick,
I
if
hope
I
so.
can go down memory lane. Jim, I just have to tell you, I've watched you since I was about 14 years old. Now I'm a
Thank you.
34-year-old adult. I have
you're a good man.
I'm a daddy to 3 little girls. I have to say, you just give me a sense of comfort when I watch you each and every day that I am grateful for, Jim. I have multiple businesses.
Thank you. I try to be constructive. I want people to be able to save money so they can do more with their life otherwise. If I do that, I've done a good job. Powerful forces trying to get it so that doesn't happen. How can I help you?
You really have. My stock today, just wanted to speak about a firm. It's been on a run lately. It's pulled back. I've lost a bit of the family's money. It was in the 80s. Not too long ago, it was in the 160s. Well, where do you think it's going to go? Where do you think?
Well, I mean, this is one of those things. We should just mention this is a very good company, but it is a little risky. And the fact is that the riskier companies are now coming down much faster than the other companies. But remember, this is run by Max Levchin. He has demonstrated a tremendous ability to be able to not have losses that others would have with that portfolio. He's very good at his job, and I think you'll do just fine. And thank you for the kind comments, because on days like today, everybody needs them. Look, there's always something positive you can highlight or post about in the business world. That's what's so great about American business. We should be cheering it. We should cheer capitalism. We'd be better off the administration start focusing on some of those things and listen to me. On Mad Money tonight, with the market back in sell-off mode, my hunt for buying opportunities continues. Tonight I'm eyeing the banks to see if the former market darlings would be worth considering. Then with tariff talk weighing down the retailers, I'm looking for names you can buy off the rack. I'm eyeing also an under-the-radar AI player that I first heard about from you, Cramerica. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.